Hello, this is the Postmaster General, and I thought today we'd look into an event of what appears to be
forgotten Mickey Mouse history.
Although I could be wrong about that. This week, back in 1933, in Worcester, Massachusetts, the city celebrated the first known Mickey Mouse Day. At the height of the Great Depression, the city decided to invite Mickey Mouse as the guest of honor of the city at the annual 2-day Prosperity Festival. This event may seem rather minute. As of the date of publication, I haven't been able to find any blog posts or fan videos or anything of the sort about the event, except for mine from earlier this week and Bill Wallace's 12 hours prior to that. Hi, Bill. Yet, this small-seeming event could arguably be a major turning point in Mickey's career due to its significant boost in his marketability and general image. Also, for you Disney Parks fans, you know how at the end of an attraction you pretty much always end up at some sort of gift shop? In a way, this festival can kind of be seen as a little bit of a predecessor to that. But before we get into the celebration, let's consider the condition of the country, and globe for that matter, as well as Mickey's popularity amongst the public. Mickey Mouse made his official public debut on November 18, 1928 at the Colony Theater in New York City in a short called Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie is erroneously known for being the first sound cartoon. However, it was the first to become a real hit, thanks to its, quote,
high order of cartoon ingenuity, cleverly combined with sound effects,
unquote, according to Variety magazine's review at the time. And so, Mickey became an overnight success. Less than a year later, in October 1929, the United States saw the stock market crash. This, among other factors like bank panics and an economy built on credit, to name a few, kicked off what we know as the Great Depression. So allow us to fast forward a bit to 1933. By this time, nearly half the country's banks had failed, the US GDP had tanked 23.2% in the last year, and the unemployment rate had hit its all-time peak of 25%. Now, the city of Worcester had long been a place booming with industry. Known as the City of Prosperity, they too, however, were seeing some of the toll taken by the Great Depression. During tough times such as this, folks need cheering up. They need comfort, and they need to be reminded of prosperity. Worcester had a festival every spring, but this year it would be different in a way that would surely bring optimism to Bay Staters of all ages alike. Mayor John C. Mahoney, the Worcester City Council, and the Chamber of Commerce proposed to Disney to call their event Worcester Days with Mickey Mouse, and even Mickey Mouse Day. Its purpose was primarily a big sale promoted by Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Pluto unfortunately couldn't go. But it became much more than just a shopping spree. The Chamber of Commerce got 118 shops in the city like Sears and Kay Jewelers to participate, but it wasn't just the shops who would be of great help to the potential customers. Buses and trolleys would give free transportation to the event for 2 hours on both mornings, local buses would take shoppers round trip for half the fare, even local taxis would take folks down for a reduced 25 cents. The thousands who drove their own cars were assured by Worcester Chief of Police Foley that they wouldn't have to worry about parking tickets as there would be unrestricted parking downtown. And getting even more into the spirit of the event, the police department and traffic squad would also don Mickey Mouse bands on their arms. But they weren't the only ones to dress for the occasion. Employees in department stores had special Mickey Mouse smocks to wear, children would wear their favorite Mickey Mouse sweatshirts, restaurants had Mickey Mouse napkins, tablecloths, special menus, the whole city would be covered in Mickey banners and flags. So it was very clear that the city was giddy with anticipation. Local newspapers carried front-page stories for days prior, in addition to having full-page ads and even a 24-page bulletin. Not to mention, Boston newspapers were to send reporters and photographers to cover the event too. At last, after weeks of preparation, opening day came on Friday, May 12, 1933. Kicking off the event at 9 a.m. was a parade led by a band dressed in Mickey Mouse costumes playing Irving Caesar's
What? No Mickey Mouse? What kind of party is this?
Before gathering at the steps of City Hall. There, a Walt Disney representative was thanked by Mayor Mahoney and the City Council on behalf of Worcester for allowing Mickey to visit, who they welcomed in the form of a large plush toy. And then,
on with the sales!
But there was more excitement than just good deals. There was a special street built just behind City Hall called Mickey Mouse Mall. The mall held 8 booths, each filled with some Disney-related attraction. While grown-ups took advantage of all the markdowns, children of all ages could join in on the fun at the Mickey Mouse Gag Alley or learn some steps at the Mickey Mouse Dancing School. Other amusements included a giant Mickey Mouse jigsaw puzzle, animated dolls of Mickey and his friends, perhaps a bit of a predecessor to the animatronic, if you will, and a display of Noah's Ark, which was the latest Silly Symphony cartoon released. The Mickey Mouse Band, who led the opening parade, would continue to perform all day for both days, traveling through downtown Worcester on their bandwagon, which was actually just a truck. There would be something on the Mickey Mouse stage for both days, all day, with special presentations 3 times a day, including Mickey and Minnie telling jokes to the audience, as well as a children's talent show. The 2 Mickey Mouse days proved to be a huge success, with the Boston Herald trumpeting that they were making history in Worcester thanks to Mickey, and that, quote,
He turned the event into one so brilliant that not only Worcester, but cities and towns as far away as Boston will not soon forget it.
Unquote. However, Worcester Days with Mickey Mouse seems to have been widely forgotten. On the surface, it can be written off as a mere footnote of Mickey Mouse history, if that. But there are many reasons why this event is worth taking a look at. For one thing, it was a considerable economic boost for the city in the middle of the Great Depression. More than 100,000 shoppers came to Worcester, retail sales rose to $500,000, and hundreds of unemployed people were able to earn salaries by dressing in Mickey Mouse costumes and selling balloons. With that, this event also marks the significance of Mickey's marketability. In mid-1933, Kay Kamen signed with Walt Disney Productions, and he's the reason why you can find any kind of Disney merchandise imaginable. The beginnings of Kamen's success with Disney arguably begin with the Mickey Mouse days in Worcester, as he was most likely the one to give the green light to the city. Of course, Mickey was very popular prior to his visit to Worcester, or else they wouldn't have invited him to begin with, but there was most certainly an expansion to his saleability. Following the Mickey Mouse days in Worcester, manufacturers were producing over 200 different products featuring Mickey Mouse, including perhaps the most iconic piece of merchandise, the Ingersoll Mickey Mouse watch, which would premiere at the Chicago World's Fair later that same year. And not to mention, this is a considerable event for being among the first times Mickey Mouse is not just seen as a major cultural figure, but as a symbol of hope, particularly at a time when the world needed him the most. This certainly rang true for many who visited to Worcester that weekend, as the Brooklyn Eagle magazine thereafter stated that Mickey would stand, quote, a good chance of going down in history as the symbol of a new prosperity, unquote. The magazine surely couldn't be more right about that. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd like to give a very big thanks to Mr. Bill Wallace of the Worcester Historical Museum. Thank you so much, Bill, for all the newspaper clippings and all of your encouragement and enthusiasm. I sincerely appreciate it. I don't intend to do this sort of thing often, but it's quite relevant. I'd like to mention that the Worcester Historical Museum just recently launched a fundraising campaign, so if you're interested in possibly donating, you can click the link here on the screen or in the description box below to learn more. So, do you think the Worcester Festival really is forgotten Mickey Mouse history? Do you think it's significant to Mickey's history? Are there other events you feel are important to Mickey's or Disney's Foundation? Or any ideas of what you'd like to see next from the channel? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you clicked the like button and shared it with your fellow Disney fans. If you'd like to be updated about new content from the channel, you can hit the little subscribe button and the bell icon so it will go straight to your inbox. Because like the Postmaster General, inbox, mail. Okay. Thank you again so much for watching. That's all from me for now, so till next time, take good care.